Hey guys, my name is Shurun and welcome to my YouTube channel, Beat the PTE. And in today's class, we'll be discussing about a listening topic, which is highlight correct summary. So make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel and click on the bell notification icon so you'll get notified as soon as we post videos. Alright guys, let's just dive into today's class, which is highlight correct summary. We have intentionally selected this topic so that today's class could be a short topic for today. So on your test day, you will be coming across a screen similar to this where you will be seeing a couple of options. 1, 2, 3, 4, and sometimes 4 to 5 options as well. And after that, you will be hearing an audio which might be about for 60 to 90 seconds. Yep. So here you need to be taking running notes, right? And after the audio completes, you need to click on the correct option which best summarizes the audio and go to the next question accordingly. So on your test day, you'll generally come across 2 to 3 questions of these questions type which contribute to your listening score because you're listening audio, and reading score because you will be reading through these option choices, right? So in listening task, if you had heard our first lesson topic, so apart from summarize written text and write from dictation, highlight correct summary is one of the most important tasks in the listening section of the PTE academic exam. All right. So I will all our pre-subscribe and buy our premium question bank, they'll have access to the specific technique which is called the ET, where you can narrow down the options and locate the correct option within a particular amount of time. Yep. So this is only available to our premium subscribers, which is mentioned, which you can check out in the link in the description below, where there is a link to our website where you can purchase this subscription packs. And so let's just start off with one of the examples where we'll be discussing about the techniques and what you need to keep in mind while solving these sort of questions, right? So let's have a look. So you'll generally have 10 seconds. Yep. So in these 10 seconds, guys, the step one that I want you to do is try to read as much as you can by looking at these options. Unless a major oil consumer, so it's something about oil, geology, with continuation, near future, oil, okay. So I want you to get a mental picture on what the audio might be about. You don't need to be 100% correct because in 10 seconds, it's not possible for you guys to know what the audio is going to be about. But you should be able to get a general summary of what it could be because of the repeated words over here. All right. In that, after that 10 seconds goes off, you need to divert yourself and go and take active notes, like in the sense of making running notes to the audio that you have just heard. All right. So I'm going to read out this audio for you guys. It's basically a transcript that I'm reading out of, and make sure that you have a pen ready to note down the audio and make your own running notes. Yeah. All right, guys. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The audio, guys, here it goes. We're not running out of oil. The first thing that one can say with absolute confidence is that we're not about to run out of oil. We are definitely not. But what we are approaching is the end of the first half, and this is one way to describe it. And this chapter in history lasted about 150 years since the first oil was produced. And we are coming to the end of that. And you have to find oil before you can produce it. And when we look back into history, you can find that peak of discovery was in 1964, and that the discovery of the oil has been falling ever since, relentlessly, and it's been falling despite the worldwide search, always aim at the biggest and the best prospects. No one's looking for the smallest and the worst, the biggest and the best. It's been falling despite amazing technological and geological advances, We understand this business so much more than we did. And finally, it's been falling despite a very happy economic environment whereby most of the cost of exploration is written off against tax. So I would say, in a view of all of these incentives and all of those benefits, if discovery has been falling relentlessly, there is no good reason to think that this trend is going to change direction. So in other words, we've passed the peak. Alright guys, that would be the audio, and this is just a sample of how I would have taken down my notes. But you need to do active listening, guys. While you're taking the running notes, it doesn't mean that you just need to focus on the notes, but you do need to make running notes and actively listen to what the audio is about, right? By basically going through the elimination techniques, we should be able to locate the answer, all right? But we'll just go through these techniques and go by every single one option and identify the best summary that describes the audio recording which you just heard right now. All right. So some might be arguing, right? Some might be thinking, this is somewhat similar to some other task in the PT. You are correct. Highlight summary, you can literally say that it's the child of retell lecture and summarize spoken text, because in retell lecture and summarize spoken text, you'll be listening to an audio and you are required to create a summary. The tasks are completely different though. In retell lecture, you're repeating the summary in your own words, and in summarize spoken text, you're writing the summary in your own words. But here, you are going to select the options which best describes the summary from the available options, right? So this can be like a really good practicing session for retell lecture and summarize spoken text tasks as well, provided that you go through the audio and try to create a summary in your own words. Yep. So let's just have a look at these different options, guys. So the first one, unless major oil consumer invest in exploration now, which would be the first time major funds have been invested since 1964, global production will level out and unable to meet the demands of China. So what's happening here? In the audio, did they anything say about India and China that if we can't find the oil resources, it's gonna run out? No. So this is not going to be the option choice. So let's look at B. With the continuation of improvements in technology, geology, and with government support, there is little doubt that further major reserves of oil will be found in near future. This should result in sustainable oil supplies for a further 150 years. Has it told us that it should be sustainable for 150 years? No. So let's look at the third option, guys. While we are about to run out of oil, while we are not about to run out of oil, yes. This is the keyword, guys. Not. So the paragraph basically started off by saying not. So this is a part, of oil, and we are past the peak of oil production, which occurred about 40 years. This is despite improvements in technology, geology, and tax subsidized investments in exploration. Could this be a possible answer? Yes, this can be a possible answer, but let's just look at the fourth option just to lock in our choice, because there might be a better summary to this audio as well. So oil consumption reached its peak in 1964. Okay, no, it has never told that it reached its peak in 1964. Since that time, the world has become increasingly dependent on oil. Did anything say about increasingly dependent upon oil? Nope. And it's unlikely that there will be any new major oil discoveries in the immediate future or in any subsequent time. So it's giving excess information and non-relevant information, which wasn't even in the audio recording. So this cannot be the option choice as well. So the option choice would be for C for this sort of question. So leave the comments down below if you got the C option as the correct one while you practice these questions, this question type. All right, guys, and that's it for today's class. I hope you enjoyed it, and So for all our premium subscribers, like people who buy our subscription packs, we do offer 3 different packs. That is $30, $50, and $120. The $30 pack gives you access for 2 weeks with all our question banks, which includes all the strategies on to tackle each and every single question, which is the 20 different types of questions that you'll come across on your PTE exam. And the $50 question bank gives you access for 4 weeks, which is basically a month, to our question bank material, and $120 gives you access to 12 weeks, where you'll be given access to your approximately 3 months to all the frequently asked questions and practice material, along with offline practice tests and all the relevant strategies and templates for all the different types of questions in the PTE academic exam. All right, guys, and thanks for your time. And by the way, from Happy New Year to each and every single one of you, and all the best on your next PTE academic exam from the Beat the PTE team. See you guys then. See you guys on the next video, and cheers.